Today we're going to be doing a heart opening series, about 30 minutes, full body, but mainly focusing on opening our heart. Not only for spiritual reasons is it good for us to open our hearts, but also physically, as we open and back bend, it creates more energy. So since I'm doing this on a Monday, we need to boost our energy a little bit. It always happens that way. So as we put some bend in our inflection in our vertebra and our spinal cord, it actually enhances and energizes our central nervous system. So here we go. Let's start seated today. So go ahead and ground your sits bones snugly into the mat. Bring your hands down to your knees and close your eyes, and just take a minute to focus in on your breath. And as you focus in on your breath, fill up your lungs to the point where it expands your chest and opens your heart. Feel the air filling up your belly. Feel the air filling up your heart center, and even circulating around the heart and all the way up. And then exhale slowly out of your nose. Let's take a couple more breaths, really deep breaths, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, visualize all of that energy coming around the heart, maybe some love and joy surrounding your heart, and even peace as you release anything that doesn't serve you on your exhale. And take one more breath on your own. And slowly begin to flow your eyes open. We're going to take some cat and cows here. So this is interesting doing it seated, but it really is good for us and good for our spine to have that groundedness in our seat. So as you lift your gaze, lift your heart, open, draw your shoulder blades together, and stick your tailbone out. Find a big sway in your back. And as you exhale, pull back, hold onto your knees, round your spine open between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the chin, arch the back. Exhale, tuck underneath you. Inhale, lift. 2 or 3 more rounds in your breath. If I'm going too slow, you go with your breath. If I'm going too fast, you go with your breath and slow down. Take a couple of more rounds. Really lean back into the exhale, and then lean forward into the inhale. Nicely done. Now come back to neutral spine. Let's take the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind you to twist. Take your head and your gaze towards your left shoulder. Let's go the other side. So left hand, right knee. Take your gaze over to the right shoulder. And come back to center. We're going to move the spine in a third way. Reach the arms above your head, and then just let the left hand come down, right arm come over, and go to the other side, and just work your way back and forth just to put a little movement in the spine for 3, 2, working back and forth, alternating, and 1. Come back to center and walk the fingertips out in front of you. Sink your hips back and away and drop your belly. And begin to walk yourself back up, making your way to hands and knees. So the hands are directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. Extend your right leg long, no higher than the hip height, and hold there. Maybe rotate your ankle in both directions, and then start to reach your left arm forward. Balancing here. And then swim the hand back to grab the foot, the ankle, or just the shin, and then kick. Lift your gaze, open your heart forward, charge your chest. And then release out and place the hand back down and the knee down. Left leg shoots out, Right arm forward, hold. Make sure that left hip is turned down and not open. Yep. And then draw the hand back to the foot or the ankle and kick up. Open your heart. Charge your chest forward. Release out, find length. And then place the hands right under the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into your first downward facing dog. So pedal out through your heels, shift right and left. Bend out your fingers really wide. Separate your shoulder blades by drawing the inner eyes of the elbows together. Press your chest and belly back towards your thighs. Draw up to the balls of the feet, chest and belly even further back towards the thighs. And then slowly begin to walk your feet to your hands. Hang in ragdoll just for a couple of breaths. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then start to roll up one bone at a time to stand. Stand up tall. We're going to take a few rounds of sun salutations to warm up. The sun is so beautiful out here today. Let's salute it. Inhale, arms rise above your head, palms touch. Exhale, big fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. Now either lower your knees and come to low cobra or chaturanga. That's your body coming down one full line. Inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra if you choose. And then exhale, down dog. Draw the belly button into the spine, lift the hips. Press the chest and belly back towards the thighs. Lots of weight in the legs. On the bottom of your exhale, move your feet to the top of the mat. Fold in. Rise up. And as you rise up, bring the arms down into goalpost arms and open your heart. Lean back. Take a little back bend. And then reach back up. Big swan dive. Fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Step or float back. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Just building heat with movement. We meet in downward facing dog. Long breaths. Smooth exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Move your feet to the top of the mat. We've got one more round as we complete this one. Inhale, rise up, palms touch. Goalpost arms, draw the elbows, shoulder height, open your heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step or float back. Chaturanga or knees down. If you need, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Strong inhale. Smooth exhale. Move your feet to the top of the mat. Fold in. Rise up, palms touch above your head. This time just let them come down by your sides. Shake, adjust, swallow, blink your eyes. Bend your knees for chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach the arms up. Now back to those goalpost arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open your heart. Sink a little bit lower. Draw your belly button into your spine. Reach the arms back up and then fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Step or float back. Take your chaturanga, or we can just meet in downward facing dog. You can do that anytime you need. Skipping your foot. The right leg rises. Now bend the knee, stack the hip. Feel the hip open. And then draw the knee into the nose, core plank, shoulders over the wrists, and then place your foot between your hands. Flatten out the back foot and rise up for warrior one. Draw the elbows down, open through the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then intertwine the hands behind you. Press the knuckles down towards the left heel, open up, and then fold forward for humble warrior. So you can come just to the thigh, or the shoulder can come inside of the knee. Arms up over your head, sink deep into the right knee. Rise up, open through the heart once more, and then the arms come above your head. Place both hands down to frame the front foot. Unplug the back heel, come to the ball of the back foot and twist, right arm high. Back leg is straight. If you need the knee down, you can take the knee down. Frame the front foot. Begin to straighten the front knee. Stay on the ball of the back foot and just bend and straighten the front knee. Bend and straighten. When your knee comes to straight once more, pop the back foot in, flatten it out, and fold over your leg. Plant the hands, one-legged dog is coming. So right leg swings high, bend the knee, stack the hip. Once more, extend your leg and put it down. Left leg rises, bend the knee, stack the hip. Rotate the ankle if you want. Feels good. All right, knee into the chest, core plank. And then place your foot between your hands. Flatten out your back foot and rise up for warrior one. Open your heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, goalpost arms. Reach back up and then intertwine the hands behind you. Press the knuckles down towards the back heel as you open up through your heart. Fold forward, either right over the thigh or inside of the left knee. Sink a little bit deeper into the left knee. And then rise back up. Arms come above your head. Come down to frame the front foot. Unplug the back heel, come to the ball of the back foot and open up through the left arm, twisting it. Frame the front foot. Step back to plank. Hold your plank for 3, 2, lower chaturanga or knees chest, and we meet in downward facing dog. Move your feet to the top of the mat. Fold in. Bend your knees for chair pose. Reach up, arms above your head, then draw the shoulder blades together, open your heart. Try not to put too much arch in your back. Sink your hips low, draw your belly button in. Reach up, stand up. Separate your feet, and put your hands on your lower back. So you're gonna press your hips forward. So your hands are on your lower back like they're in your back pockets. Lift your heart, make sure there's lots of space in your lower back to come back. Rise up, feet together, chair pose. Bend your knees. Sink low, sink even lower. Goalpost arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart. Frame the front feet, step back or float back, chaturanga or knees chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog, right leg rises to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Now this time you can stay right here, or you can take the ball of the right foot towards your left hand. Stay on the ball of the foot, turn the toes of the left foot towards the back of the mat, and open through the heart. Flipping your dog, wild thing. Yep. All right, here we go. One-legged dog, right leg high in your down dog split, and then draw the knee into the nose and place it between your hands. Flatten out the back foot. Rise up, warrior one. Goalpost arms, open the heart. Reach back up and then they shift back to your tailbone. Intertwine your fingers. Press your knuckles back towards the heels. Fold forward. Opening through the heart. Opening through the shoulders. Rise back up. Arms reach above your head. Coming down this time, take your hands to your heart center. And then come to the ball of the back foot. So you're in a high lunge. And then twist the left elbow across your right thigh. Now you want to try to work your thumbs towards the center of your chest. You're on the ball of the back foot. Now you can stay here. You can fly the arms if that feels good. Or you can take a wrap or a bind, taking the arm underneath and then grabbing the hand under the thigh. Strong back leg. If you're in the bind, release it. Left arm leads you into warrior two. Come up. Reverse your warrior, up and back. Come back to warrior two. Turn your toes, flying warrior, palms touch above your head. Open up, hands to the lower back, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Hands right under the shoulders, wide-legged forward fold. Lift yourself halfway up. Hands come to the hips, easy knees, rise up, arms fly out. Left toes turn into warrior two, and then take it down to frame the front foot. Step back and take it through a flow. We're gonna take all of that on the left, facing the back of the mat. Left leg rises, bend the knee, stack the hip. You can stay here, or you can flip your dog, ball of the left foot back, turning the toes of the right to reach towards the back of the mat. Open your heart. Breathe. One-legged dog, down dog split, left leg high. Draw the knee in the nose, and then place your foot between your hands. Flatten out your back foot. Rise up for warrior one. Goalpost arms, bend the elbows, shoulder blades together. Reach back up. Arms behind you, intertwine your hands at the base of your spine, knuckles towards the heels, and then fold forward. Arms over the head. Sink deeper into your front knee. Rising back up, warrior one. Hands come to the heart center. Come to the ball of the back foot and twist. The right elbow comes across the outside of the left thigh. Thumbs work towards the center of the chest. Stay here, fly the arms if that feels good, or wrap the hand underneath and take a bind. Keep the back leg strong, the core engaged, gaze up if you can. If you're binding, unbind, hands come back to the heart center, and then reach the right arm forward and let it lead you into warrior two. Reverse your warrior, reach forward, bring it back, open up the side body. Back to warrior two. Fly the arms up above your head, turn your toes in towards one another. Exhale, fold up. Let's take our back bend here. Intertwine your hands at the lower back. Press the knuckles back and away, open up, lift the heart. And then fold forward. Bring the arms with you over your head. Long breaths. Rise halfway up. Fly the arms out by the shoulders. So the left hand comes under the face and the right arm comes up to twist. Maybe take the hand around to the left hip to wrap. Gaze up. Fly the arms out. Right hand down, left arm high. Wrap it up. Bring both hands to the hips, flat back, easy knees. Rise up. Turn your right toes towards the front of the mat. Arms fly out, warrior two. Float it down, frame the front foot, step back, flow it out. We meet in downward facing dog. Step or float your feet to the top of the mat. Fold in. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Goalpost arms, draw the shoulder blades together, open the heart. Stand up, reach up, and then take the hands to the lower back, or you can stay with the feet together and take Charlie's Angels grip above your head. Another back bend, yeah. Bring the feet together. We're gonna do some forward folding in a minute, just to offset all this back bending. Open your heart. Rise up, stand tall. Arms by your side, toes touch. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms rise above your head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 long breaths here. Just cleansing it out, rinsing it out. Now float forward to plank and lower halfway down and hold. And then press back up. Halfway down and hold. And then press back up. Use your core strength. Draw your belly button into your spine. Halfway down. Lift back up. Now come all the way down as slow as you possibly can. It might hurt. Nice job, everybody. Keep your hands under your shoulders, right in line with your heart. Lift your heart for low cobra. If you want to, you can move the hands back, heels and hands back, and take a little higher cobra if you like. If that crunches your lower back, don't do it. Yep, got to protect our lower back. Lifting through the heart center. All right, release. Turn your right cheek to the mat and the arms come by your body. Toes touch, heels fall open. Shake your booty. Just rock it back and forth. And bring the chin back to neutral. Leave the arms behind you. Lift everything off the mat. Charge your chest forward. Little higher. Don't hold your breath. Release. Left cheek to the mat. Toes touch. Heels fall open. Rock your booty back and forth. One more. Bring the chin back to neutral. You can stay with everything lifted, or you can bend your knees and grab your ankles or your feet for floor bend. Kick up. Open your heart. Use the power of your legs to pull your chest open. For 3, kick even higher. 2, and 1. Lower. Press back to child's pose. Knees wide, toes touch, arms long on your mat. Coming into camel. One more heart opening back bend. Actually, we've got a couple more after this, but one more here. So your knees should be no wider than your hips. So that's about the length of a dollar bill, right? And you want to keep your hips right in line with your knees. So you don't want the hips to go back and you don't want them to go way, way forward. So keep them right in line. Lift through the heart center. Lift through the lower back. Put your heels of your hands in your lower back and start to come back. Now be easy with your neck. And maybe your hands stay supported on your lower back, or maybe they come to the heels. If you're not quite reaching the heels, tuck your toes. It makes your heels more accessible and keeps your hips in line with your knees. But draw the shoulder blades together so that you're opening through your collarbones. Inhale, rise. Put the heels of your hands right in the hip crease. Now, press your booty back towards the back of the mat and the heels right in the hip crease, a little traction there. Yeah. And then rise back up. We're gonna do one more camel pose. Uttanasana. So, hands to the lower back, go to your degree. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Lift through the heart, let the gaze come across the sky and come back as far as you would like. Hold for 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, rise up. Child's pose with the knees together this time and the arms come back by the legs. So put your third eye, that's the center of your forehead, on your mat and rock it back and forth. Creating some clarity, some calmness. The third eye chakra is where we bring calmness to our body and our central nervous system. So you can just bring your gaze there and put some pressure. So rise up, shift your weight to one side and extend your legs out in front of you. And draw the junk out from underneath your trunk. Yeah. And make a perfect L shape with your body. Draw the toes back towards the nose. Sit up tall. And then start to creep your hands forward. So as you start to creep your hands forward, let your lower back come with you. Try not to round your shoulders. You want to charge your heart towards your feet. And if that means that you don't go down as low, that's fine. Charge your heart towards your feet. On every exhale, you may lower a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper. A couple more breaths. See if you can take it a little lower. Charge your heart forward. Look forward at your feet. Exhale, release a little deeper, and then rise up. Just a little core work before we come down onto our backs for a couple more back bends and heart openers. So touch your toes to the mat, arms at shoulder height with the palms up. You can stay here and just lift one foot and then the other, or you can lift both feet. Integrate your core, keep your lower back lifted, belly button into the spine. Now tap the right and the left, and the right and the left. Tap right, tap left, tap right, tap left. Both legs up, hold. Bring the hands to the heart center, lift the heart towards the feet. Lower halfway down, hands stay on the heart. Lift up. Lower halfway down, lift up. Lower halfway down, lift up. One more time and hover here, lower back on the mat for 3, 2, and 1. All the way down, lie down. Or as I say, flop down in your mat like a fish. I just saw a fish jump actually. All right, bring your feet behind your hips with the knees bent. Your fingertips should barely just tickle the backs of your heels. Keep your gaze up. Lift your hips into bridge pose. We're going to do 3 different versions of bridge pose. If you want to come to full wheel for all 3, if that's in your practice, you can, or you can follow along with this bridge pose. Lifting up and drawing the shoulder blades together underneath you. Keep the fingertips towards the heels. Maybe intertwine the hands behind you and press the knuckles down towards the heels and the forearms into the mat. Lift even higher and then lower down. Now, just reset your shoulder blades, get your back flat on the mat, and then pull your feet a little closer. See if you can grab your ankles. Now, you can stay with the first version if this is not available to you. If you can grab your ankles and start to lift your hips and then roll your shoulder blades underneath you. Keep your gaze up so you don't hurt your neck. Press your hips high, hold on to your ankles for 3, 2, and 1. You can stay with either version number 1 or version number 2, or I'm going to walk you through full wheel. Fingertips towards the shoulders, thumbs towards the ears, elbows high, and then you press into your hands and your feet as hard as you can, lifting and pressing the chest towards the back of the mat. 3 breaths here. Long inhale, smooth exhale. Long inhale, smooth exhale. 1 more. You got this. Press hard. 3, 2, exhale. Lower chin to chest, upper back, middle back, lower back to the mat. Gather your knees into your chest and either rock right and left on the lower back, or if you want to, you can make little circles with your knees. I like to do them in opposite directions. Some people do them in the same direction. But I like the weight of the kneecap to be in my hand, like I'm driving a stick shift. All right, extend your left leg long. Gather your right knee into your chest. And let's go the other one. Right leg long, left knee into the chest. Both legs long. We're going to come into fish pose here before we finish. So place your forearms on the mat with the hands close to the hips. You want to lift as if somebody's got a string attached to your heart, through the heart. Come to the forearms and let the head fall back. Fish pose. 3. Lift the heart a little higher. 2. Open through the clavicles like we did in camel. And then lower back down. Nice job, everybody. Come all the way down flat into Shavasana. Open your arms. Open your legs. Open your minds. Open your hearts. Let this peace and this joy wash over you. One of the reasons that we stay where you are in your Shavasana, one of the reasons why we come to our mat a lot of times at difficult times is to bring peace into our hearts and our minds. And hopefully you've gained a little peace today. Set an intention while you're still lying here in your Shavasana where I'm going to leave you. And your intention for today is to take this peace and this calm that you've created inside of you out into your world, not just on your mat, but off of your mat. Feel good, be good, but most of all, my very sweet BYB yogi friends, do good. Namaste.